Pupmeister, and as I told you last week, I'm going to be showing you another way to make a Warden switch, or how to turn them off. And this one I kind of like because it's a lot easier than the last one. And I'm in an ancient city that I have never visited before. Like, barely. Obviously, I visited a little bit. I've got a portal here. Let's get started with how to get rid of the Warden. So just like before, I recommend lots of night vision, as I have right now. It allows you to see everything nice and bright, so you know what you're seeing. And believe it or not, this is what you're going to need for this build. A lot less. You're going to need 2 buckets of water because you're going to want to make an infinite water source. You're going to need a skulk sensor. So either bring Silk Touch with you, or if you've done so in the past, you've got your skulk sensor. You're going to need 1 redstone repeater, 1 regular piston, a chain, an arrow, and a whole bunch of white wool to protect yourself from the shriekers. And that is all you need. Okay, so here we go. So just like last time, we're looking for a shrieker on the ground, in other words, down there, with a nice area surrounding it, because that'll be the easiest one to do. I'm just gonna crouch down. I have my swift sneak on. Oh, darn it. I messed up. Oh, I really messed up. I'm out of here. So we'll have to wait for him to disappear, and then we can try again. I think I may have found one finally. I have not been having much luck finding a shrieker in an open area. But worst case scenario, I could take this down, and here's my open area. So the first thing we want to do is place our wool around the shrieker, of course, so it doesn't go off. And now we want to check out and make sure there aren't any other shriekers or sensors, so nothing goes off. Very happy that there isn't another one hiding somewhere. So now I just have to clean this area up. Well, we'll see how secure I am when I break all this down. Okay, so now you just want to mark out what the area you are working in is. So count 5 out and mark it with a block on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you want to make sure you break any of the skulk veins, like those, that are in this part. Yeah, these aren't really, but I'm just being careful. Just because they're sort of close. And I think that's it. Now, just like in our previous one, as I said, you could just mob-proof this entire area, but there could be a cave underneath, in which case the Warden could spawn there if you don't know that it's there. So what we're going to do is dig down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it looks like we're good. And we could even do 7 just to make sure. And it all looks good. So we can go back up to the top. Okay, and then just cover it all back up. So let's make our infinite water source. Do that over here. Okay, and then we can have as much water as we want now. Okay, now pick a side. Doesn't really matter where. And you want to do a 1 by 3. I'm just going to make a way so I can get up. Okay, but 2 deep. And if the shrieker is in the middle there, you want it just off of one side of that. And then you want to put a wool underneath there as well. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and now you want to place your sensor right down there. You want to place your redstone repeater there, and you want to mark it to the max, like that. And your piston right there. Time for another sightseeing potion. Okay, so it should look like that. And now that I'm done in there, you can actually fill that back up so you can get back out. All right, so time to take your chain and you want to put it into that square there, like you saw. And then the piston will push it 1 up, just like it did there. Okay, and then you can fill this back in, just like that. And now it's time to get your water ready. All right, so we want to waterlog the chain like that. And then 2 spots diagonal from the actual shrieker. So 1, 2, and we want to put one there. We want to go get more water. And you want to just repeat that on the other 2 sides. There, there, and 1 there. Okay? And that should completely waterlog the area. There's that one on the corner. Since we have so much wool, I'm just going to make some carpets. Since the corners are not covered by the water, you could put a slab down as well. Oh, I missed it. It's that one there. And just make sure the 11 by 11 area has water everywhere. Okay? You can add more water very simply. Just plop down some water here. You could do that as well. You don't need to spawn proof it with a carpet or slab if you don't want to. The important thing is make sure no other water sources form next to the chain. Okay? So there we go. Make sure the whole 11 by 11 area is spawn proofed with water. And if there's this little corner still, put more water down, or you can put carpets, since in this ancient city area anyway, we tend to have a lot of wool, and you can do it right in your personal crafting table. So it should look like this. Okay, now comes your arrow. And you just want to shoot the center. Oh, that's not going to work. Make sure you get the center of the piston, because you don't want something like that to happen. So let's try again here. There we go. And then it'll keep dropping. Just like that. And that, of course, is setting off the sensor. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the arrow, this only works for the owner of the arrow, okay? So if there are multiplayer, each person would have to set this up themselves. And if you want it to keep working, it has to be activated either with the player being here or with a chunk loader like we did in our last video. So now, you can basically take away all of the wool. Okay, and then we want to take away this last wool right here, and we can replace it with cobbled deep slate or whatever you want, and that should start activating it. Now, once this is activated, it will go dark on us, but hopefully there will be no Warden spawning. So, here we go. Okay, so it activated. It's getting dark. Do we run? Okay, there we go. It's continuing to activate. All right, so now let's go around the corner. Oh, I didn't like the sound of that. Let's just make sure. Yeah, it still plays those sounds, which makes you all paranoid that he's coming. But as you can tell, these are all activating and nothing is going on. And then, of course, once we get far enough away... Oh, did I lose my... Of course. There we go. Once we get far enough away, you can still hear it, but you won't get the darkness effect. And now, you can just raid all you like. And maybe get rid of some of these guys that you protected earlier. And that is the second way how to make the Warden not spawn. And to be honest, I like the second way, this way, much better than the first, simply because it's so much easier. Now, if you wanted to make a chunk loader, just take a look at the first video, and I show you there how to do that. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.